Well, that didn't work.
Did it not play? Oh, did you not hit the
Our,
transition?
our audio's on.
Our audio's on? Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm,
well,
wait, what
it
is...
says 47.
Son of a jet.
Is it not working still?
Welcome
What's going on?
Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live, the tech-free show. I mean, wait, where are we? This is on the Anvil, episode 47, the show where we never have any technical problems. The Stream Deck is not, for some reason, is not triggering.
Do you have the software open?
Probably not.
You got to have the Stream Deck software open on the computer for it to.
Does my computer need to be on too? Cause
yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, anyway, welcome to Dwarven Forge Live, episode 47. This is the show where Chris and I hang out for 2 hours and have a few drinks and talk about all things Dwarven Forge, take you behind the curtain, show you what we're working on, what we're thinking, and never have any tech problems at all, especially when I'm running tech. So welcome. Did I miss anything there? Let's see if this works.
No, you got pretty much everything. I'm gonna miss when we're back in the office again and the streams start running smoothly.
I don't understand why it's not so it's
not working at all.
Well, it'll change it on the I'm in studio mode. I guess I have to turn off studio mode. Is that...
Yeah, if you're not in studio mode, then when you push buttons on it, it's gonna change things on the preview, and you would need to then set up a button to be the transition button.
Got it. Ooh, that's a fun. So I can queue up one and then have a. Well,
yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys love this little tech talk from Chris to teach you how to use your Stream Deck for all these streamers out there.
This episode's brought to you by Elgato. We're just gonna be going the ins and outs of their streaming software and hardware.
This episode also brought to you by Pfizer. Oh,
yes.
No,
Fun fact. We aren't even actually talking over the internet right now. This is purely just a telelink connection between our we both got the second I can't finish this show. We both got the second vaccine today. We might, depending on how the side effects hit us, we're going on 7 hours since we got it.
Woo!
So who knows what's gonna happen? We'll see.
Could go off the rails more than the usual. But
yeah.
Speaking of off the rails, that's not much of a segue. Well, what do we cover? Today we're doing reconfigs. We're talking about all these new sets. We have a whole slew of new sets that are coming into the store in the next 6 months or so.
Yeah, if you've been watching the show for any length of time, you've heard us talk about them quite often. We've often asked you guys what kind of stuff you're looking for, and so you know about some of the ones that are coming, but there's actually. We went deeper on these sets than I think some of you realized, so it'll be fun to go over them today.
Indeed.
But first. So
news. News. Vaccinated news. The news. Yeah. The vaccine so far has only just made me feel irritable, so I don't know.
Which is a great thing when you're about to be on camera for 2 hours.
It's perfect. All right, so we have a long list of news. What do we
do? This is a very busy week for a number of reasons. First of which, why don't we just start with the Kickstarter of the week?
Yeah.
We'd like to highlight a Kickstarter. We talked about this last week, but it is now officially launched. Team Phoenix and Jameson Stone have launched their Sirens Battle of the Bards Kickstarter, which is a setting as well as just a bunch of different bard-related content. I think there's a bunch of subclasses in there. It's
20.
It's really wild.
They've got the College of Anatomy, which is a strength-based bard. Say, and there's a college of they had a bunch of other there's an int-based bard, and I don't know, there's some interesting. I haven't actually seen it. They were just telling me about it, but
I think you could make a case for Science of Anatomy still being a charisma-based bard.
Stop. so But it's a campaign setting. It's a city that you can drop into your homebrew, and a whole bunch of items and subclasses and fun stuff and coins and dice and soundscapes and whatnot. They've been working really hard on it. It's a cool project, and they're breaking stretch goals, and they have some cool guest writers, and who knows what else. We got 20-something days left. You know who also launched a Kickstarter? It was our friends at Wormwood. Just launched yesterday.
Yeah, the Dispel Dice one.
Yeah, but it leads me to a question, which is, how do you feel about a company having multiple Kickstarters going before they've fulfilled us, right? So like we have this thing where we basically try and make sure we've shipped our previous Kickstarter before we launch another Kickstarter. And do we need to do that? Is it like, because it seems like nobody does that anymore, right? It's sort of like there's a bunch of companies who just become serial Kickstarter companies. And we are, but we just never overlap. But like Dispel hasn't delivered on theirs yet, and Wormwood still has a couple of Kickstarters out and whatever, and it's just sort of how it goes. Is that like, are we allowed to do that now? Would anybody be upset if, I don't think we can, but assuming we doubled our bandwidth somehow, would anybody be upset if we did that?
Oh man, there's a wide variety of opinions flying by at a very quick speed in the chat right now.
How about a poll? How about a
A lot
poll?
of people are saying they trust us to be okay with it. Like we're proven, so while they wouldn't normally mind it, they think that we would actually still deliver. Some people saying that there's concerns about people having the money to handle Kickstarters that are that close together.
Fair.
I'd recommend overlapping. Seriously, DD is getting nasty comments.
Dispel Dice.
DD?
Dispel Dice.
Dispel Dice?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been, they had to like address that thing, I think. Less of an issue with established company, there needs to be breathing room between them. Yeah, I get that. Well, I think also we couldn't do them that close together, I think, just because it takes us time to sculpt this stuff and like plan it all out. Like we have to do our own production time, so I don't think we could do it like that quickly anyways.
I mean, I don't think we could overlap more than a few months, realistically, based on how long it takes us to do anything. But I don't know. I'm just sort of curious if there's a. I feel like in the olden days, Kickstarter it was unheard of to launch another project before you delivered. But now it's so normal. Like Simon has been doing it forever, and they're doing 4 things at once, but they have also a whole bunch of different teams, and I don't know. It's sort of just a philosophical question. Jay felt bad doing a pre-order while we still had people's Kickstarter. Like he feels beholden. Like when we have people's money, he's like, we owe. Like it feels very. I don't know. Like there's a level of responsibility you're bearing this thing. Like people have given you this trust and a bunch of money and this thing, and you don't want I don't know. It's a delicate. We don't want to not squander, but I don't know. Oh.
Firefake brings up a good point, since they'd have to be smaller ones. If we did do multiple Kickstarters a year, they probably wouldn't be as big as the ones we currently do. They wouldn't be as large of an event.
It would have to be like a large, a small, or something. So we do like 6 months after the large, we do a small, and then 6 months later we do another large or something. In the dreams, like that was the thing we've talked about forever wanting to do, and we've just never had the bandwidth to be able to actually pull it off.
I think it kind of concerns me from a personnel standpoint, just because when we were juggling Caverns Deep and Hellscape and Plaguestone at the same time, being able to manage all that stuff on the back end while also sculpting things for Wildlands. Yeah, that was a lot for us because we're still a very small team, all things considered.
Well, that's the thing, right? Wormwood has between now that they have the other company, wherever they have over 100 and something employees, so they're churning out 3 Kickstarters is a different thing than we've got. Well, I think we're up to 20. I was just counting today. If you count Miles, I think we're at 20 folks, plus some freelance. We'll bring in Drew to do some sculpting or Crystal to do some art or some whatever. But So it's pretty small. Anyway, let's move on to the next.
Yeah.
As long as was anybody like violently opposed? Where we get like would they come after us with torches?
There's some people who weren't very happy about it. I think it's definitely a controversial choice as opposed to a very clear-cut one.
Yeah.
Um,
What was there? What were the people? Hello, if you were violently opposed to this idea, could you just give us a quick sentence of why? Not that we're in the position to do this. I know sometimes I feel like if we say one thing on the Anvil, suddenly it's like, oh, that's the thing they're doing now, and it's, you know.
I think if we did multiple, I think the main thing is we basically have to shift our model to lower. We'd have to go to like lower, like all in, like buy-ins and stuff, like kind of smaller, say, because people couldn't. People who want to have everything we make wouldn't be able to handle like multiple $6,000 buy-ins a year.
Well, we wouldn't be able to output $6,000 buy-ins multiple
That's also
times. Like
valid.
that's the other.
Probably
like,
what we would do is we probably do maybe half as much stuff as we usually do. Maybe focus on just doing like one biome, like fully.
or 2/3.
It depends on the biome. Most
One
likely.
thing, or yeah,
Some things just require more pieces.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm curious if, well, but any insight on the those violently opposed?
Depends on the amount of overlap, honestly. Who knows what the quality control could be when you have multiple Kickstarters to balance.
QC is a thing, right? That is absolutely a thing.
And that's the main thing is we have we have a larger team now than we did before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like the fact is, yeah, the people who are doing QC and like seeing all that stuff through are also the same people who were developing the next Kickstarter and maintaining the store and all of that stuff.
Yep.
So it's if we had equal sized teams, if we had like the amount of people that we have that are working on KSA right now, if we had that amount of people again whose entire job could just be like taking care of the back end of stuff, that'd be one thing.
Or if we had 2 dedicated people to sort of to helm a thing while it airs. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to the next. A hypothetical question that sort of wandered off into the weeds.
This is not something that we're like
no.
asking because we're gonna do it. It's just.
Dude, I have 6 Kickstarters queued up. You didn't hear about this?
Man, we're still trying to get ready for KS8. We still need a name for. We haven't been able to think of a name for KS8 yet.
C2 cities 2.
Are you happy with C2?
No, it's our code name. That's right.
Okay.
I just gave it away.
What I mean is,
anyway, let's go to the next news item.
Right.
What else we got?
All right. If you are familiar with Beetle and Grimm's,
woo,
or with the he wrote for Caverns Deep. Did he write for Dungeon of Doom as well?
Did not write for Caverns Deep. We haven't gotten Justice to write for anything for us yet.
Oh, he wrote for us.
No,
okay.
He's just been a long-time supporter and an awesome fan and a good member of the community.
Well, one of our friends, Justice Armin, who works at Beetle and Grimm's, is a very good writer, very awesome guy. You've probably seen him around on Twitter. He's pretty. I don't know what the word is. But he's involved in a lot of like the Twitter tabletop discussion.
He's prolific and positive and just a great dude. Good perspective.
He's having some health issues.
And the tooth.
One of his friends started a GoFundMe for him, and we wanted to shout that out just in case you know him and stuff, and Nate, you understand the situation better, I believe.
He's got to have something terrible done to his mouth that costs money, and I don't know. No. But you can pop the link up there if there's some more information.
I sent it in there.
You can.
It's called Justice Armin is My Nemesis because it was set up by his friend who is taking a very fun spin on it.
It's really fun. Yeah. But
yeah,
he's just a really positive, super positive dude, and he's, I don't know, getting his teeth ripped out or something, and it's not it's not pretty. But he's just the sweetest. So if you get $10 you want to throw him to have his tooth pulled out.
And then a couple other things that have been going on with friends in the community. if you remember, last week Nate was on
Oh
D&D
no.
Beyond's channel talking to Joe
Woo!
Star and Jason from Realmsmith about using terrain, because that's kind of what we do. And those got uploaded to YouTube recently. So if you missed them and you wanted a chance to watch them, I posted the link right now.
It's
So
it's so weird that it was a weird experience that run like. So they never said. First of all, he never said he was going to turn it into YouTube content, but whatever. That everybody does that. Like, who cares? But he
yeah,
never said they was going to split it into multiple. He wasn't overly clear about the topic to begin with. He said it was going to be an hour, but then it was like 33
yeah,
minutes or
I was
35
surprised by
minutes.
that. Yeah, it was pretty short.
And then he broke it into just randomly sort of broke it apart in the middle. Like if he just said, "Hey, listen, I want to do two 20-minute YouTube videos, and here's what I'd love to cover in this part. Here's what I want to cover." Like, give me the timeline, give me the parameters, and I'll rock and roll with it. Because I was like, I don't know. It was a weird the whole thing was a little. I didn't know what the. I didn't know. I thought we were showing to play D&D, and the DM's like, "No, this is Call of Cthulhu." I'm like, I've lost my mind already. I was like,
We don't have Cthulhu pieces.
yeah,
All
well,
right.
I don't know. But it was just like I didn't understand the parameters of the game, and I was like, wait, I'm like, there's so much more. We didn't even get into I thought we were pacing for an hour, and it was anyway. But I thought there were some neat insights in there, so you can go look it out on YouTube.
I did see several people from our chat in there. There
Woo!
were a lot of very good questions that were very innocently bringing up inside jokes. Unfortunately, none of them got
Not
read
as good.
out. Somebody did plant a Spelljammers question in there, uh, but it did not get brought up.
Uh,
Uh,
well,
so that's unfortunate.
thanks for
Um,
trying, though. Yeah,
yeah, it was a good time. People
yeah.
were spamming all the Dwarven Forge emotes. Um,
I love it.
what else is going on? Uh,
Wait, you can spam another channel's emote on somebody else's channel?
if you're subscribed, yeah, you can
Uh,
any channel that you're subscribed to, you can use
you
their
get
emotes
that? You can
anywhere on
take.
Twitch.
That's cool.
Yeah. Um. Speaking of video content, one of our fellow uh, disco doofers, I think is what Rabbit refers to them as.
I love Rabbit.
Also, Twitch viewers, the Gentleman Awake did a video review of Dread Hollow that is very thorough. The team was very impressed with it. He's got very good production values.
It's awesome.
Uh,
It's honest. It's smart. It's good. Like yeah, more, more.
yes, he said he's probably gonna work on more, but also we can't tell him what to do. That defeats the purpose.
But man, and how he's incredibly well groomed too. I was just like,
Yeah,
he looks
yeah,
like you look at me like that is the gentleman wake.
like actual beard
Mm.
goals. Honestly,
I could never. I
yeah.
could spend 2 years trying to get a beard, and it would never like. I'd have to buy a one in spirit gummet to my face to get like you know.
I need to start looking into beard oil and stuff like that. I don't know. That whole thing seems weird to me. I can't use regular shampoo apparently.
No, it's a whole like it. Yeah, there's another level. There's like
Yeah.
yeah, there's ambrosia like put in there and a thing, and just like, but just the presence, the thing. He's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, go check it out. It's a cool video.
Incoming cat whisker beard. Yeah. Why else are you getting all those whiskers if you're not gonna? I thought that was the point.
I could make a cat whisker mustache like thing. It would be like a. That would be amazing.
And then one last thing going on with some friends in the tabletop space. If you remember last Monday, Hamster was on the Band of Badgers Twitch channel. It's a British tabletop channel, basically the collaborative thing.
You're how you doing
I'm
there?
there. And so Hamster was on there, and he did their painting competition show called the Great British Brush Off, which was a fun, good time. I'm gonna be on that channel tomorrow. So I'm gonna be on that channel tomorrow playing Pathfinder, starting at 4 o'clock Eastern.
Should we take
Uh,
bets now whether you're going to be completely healthy or like in some sort of 102 fever like crazy manic state? Who wants to take those
Here's the
bets?
thing.
Should we do a poll?
Uh,
Should we do
I'm playing a gnome fighter with a war flail. His name is Brawny Big Arms. Uh,
so
so
so he's kind of weak. He's
yeah,
yeah,
that's the main thing. He's using a weapon that he's not able to wield. Uh, and I don't know. I'm excited to do that. They're a lot of fun.
brawny.
Everything I've seen, like they're just funny people. Um, so I'll be doing that tomorrow at 4 Eastern. If you're interested in Pathfinder, I haven't played Pathfinder in like 10 years.
Is it
I haven't played second edition.
one or two? Is it
I played
second?
Pathfinder 1. I've not played Pathfinder 2. They're doing
playing
second
two.
edition tomorrow.
That's
I believe.
awesome.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
believe
excited.
you didn't even find out what edition you're playing.
I, you know what? I'm
I-
just gonna tell him what I want to do, and he'll tell me how it happens.
Perfect.
Like, how hard could it be?
Perfect. It's not going to go off rails at all. And then I'm going to be on the 15th, right, of May.
15th of
With
May,
them
you're going to be playing
play-
in their Avernus campaign, actually.
D&D.
So what they do
First
is
edition.
they do playthroughs of modules, but they do them in 8 episode seasons instead. And so it's a little more kind of on rails about like the DM knows like what ground they're going to cover that session basically, and they schedule out like guests ahead of time, so they'll turn NPCs that are in the book into a guest playable character for a session.
I'm
or,
going to betray
something
them
like that.
for sure. I'm going to
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're going to be making an original character or if you're playing one of the
Yeah.
NPCs.
You know
I'll
who
contact you when you get closer to it.
You know who else I'm going to make I don't think it's a secret. Nerd Botchery does this D&D campaign. I'm going to show up in there for a
Yeah.
cameo, which should be really fun.
I keep meaning to every time he's streaming, I'm busy with
Yeah.
something.
So that'll be
Meaning, I know Mace has been on there.
that'll be the tail end of May also, I think. So should be fun. Yeah. What else we got going on?
That's all as far as friend video style content goes. We've got some information that is mostly Dwarven Forge related here, though. We've got I put out a notice on the Discord that this will be happening, but we're going to be sending out a sci-fi survey soon. As you guys know, part of the mad blitz to 4 million that we made at the end of Wildlands Kickstarter was saying that we'd make a sci-fi set, which compared to the other things we said we would do, is a real big commitment.
That was the bonkersest of Bonkerstown. Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't we're not doing it. We're approaching it very carefully, basically. So we're trying to figure out because there's a lot of ways. This is like our first time doing sci-fi in Dwarvenite, and so there's like a bunch of different ways we can go. So we've been like trying to figure out which way to go, and so part of that is that we're sending out a survey soon that basically just kind of breaking down. We want to see like how many people are planning to use if they got a sci-fi set. How many of you want to use it for war games versus fantasy? And then in either of those scenarios, like what kind of aesthetics are you looking for? What kind of functionality are you looking for? All that jazz. So that should be going out this week.
Yeah. The draft went up just before we went up. So I think it'll probably go out tomorrow via email blast. So look out on your emails. And it's short. It's 11 questions, a couple sub questions, but it should be a quick one, and we'd love your feedback. Love to hear what you're excited about and what you might do with it, and give a little. I don't know. There's 1,000 directions we can go, and we're casting a broad net in sci-fi, right? We're including steampunk, and we're including. I don't know. There's like the list of styles ended up being like 12 or something, 11 or 12 different choices of different styles.
There's so many incredibly distinct aesthetics that are, and it feels like there's very hard lines between a lot of them.
It's bonkers.
We want to commit like 100% in one direction, so we just want to see from you guys which direction that should be.
But that being said, what we do for this one-off set may not be what we do for a larger offering, if that makes sense. So if there's like, let's say there's two things that people really love, we might do one of them as a small set and then another one as a big offering or whatever, or some, I don't know how it's all going to form. Like this is,
That's
we're
a
not
really good
just
point.
asking.
Like there are some ideas and aesthetics that might make sense as like a little 12-piece
Exactly.
like thing, and then some things where it's like, no, we need to go into this with like
Yeah.
40, 50 pieces,
Yeah.
and like
we want to sculpt the whole alien planet, and that's a whole other thing versus like just doing a small space station or something, or I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how it's all going to go in there, but we're asking questions that are kind of bigger than just a sci-fi set. Like Eli panicked when he saw the thing. He's like, "We can't possibly do all this." And I was like, "No. This is the whole, like, sci-fi is a whole thing. Like, we're not trying to do this in like 10 or 12 pieces. This is like, he's looking. He's like, there's hundreds and hundreds of piece ideas in the, like, that could stem from this. Like so we're just want to see where everybody's kind of where your tastes lie, and then you figure out from there. So that's something to look forward to.
And then the other bit of Dwarven Forge news is a Kickstarter update for Wildlands just came out a little bit before the stream, a couple hours ago. If you haven't had a chance to see that yet, that is there. You can go look at it now if you want. Mostly we just showed photos of stuff that we've been showing on stream the last couple weeks. We also have tote bag, a revised version of the tote bag here in the garage that we can show you right now.
All right,
the most exciting part of the Kickstarter. Everybody backs just for the tote bags, honestly.
Whoa, wait, I gotta get wider.
Nice and sturdy, very big. You can fit a lot of groceries in there. They do not break. They were made to be able to carry a bunch of Dwarvenite.
It's cool, right? Yeah. Big wyvern. Janet did the Dwarven army. Dwarven army. So nice. This big old tote bag. I have two thoughts on the. Let's go back to the split. Two thoughts on the update. So one's a philosophical question. Have maybe this vaccine is just making me ask a lot of open-ended questions. I'm probably just gonna do it anyway, but I'm curious. So I got a little pushback from some folks on the team about. So I included a section in the update about the challenges we'd face with the teardrops, and there was some pushback of showing too many warts or whatever. Just talking about that process. So my question is it interesting to you guys to see some of the process stuff? Because it's generally it's not that exciting. I mean, maybe when you boil it down, because this was like a month-long or a 6-week-long thing, which then you can sort of bundle down to like a couple of paragraphs and a few photos. But all the generally the stuff we do is like it's slow and ponderous, and it takes weeks or months, and then it comes to a thing. And so the question is, A, is it interesting to you? And B, is it bad? Is it a bad idea to show you all the challenges that we're tackling? I mean, that's kind of what we do on this channel anyway, and so maybe I'm asking the wrong people, but I'm curious if it's a bad idea. So that's question number one.
It seems unanimously like people are saying it's very good.
Well, because that's like, it's not like we're just like sitting around like waiting. You don't just like make a piece and then it appears. Like the process, it's insane, and it goes on forever, and there's so many layers of it, and you're like, it is like you can't even give you a glimpse of the amount of emails that come in with photos. Each email is 20 photos of the thing from every angle with all these things you have to approve. It's like, it's a whole process. So the other thing is a minor. So someone was saying, I don't know, someone put in the comments that they were worried because I put a picture of the expanded master of the Quildren tree, which is this guy. And they were like, "Oh no, it's gonna be like this," because it shows all the mold lines, right? The photo. Should I bring up the photo? Do I have it here? Hang on, it's kind of a neat came from Tyler.
For me, it's great, but I worry about those who are looking to complain.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: the people who are looking to complain are going to find us no matter what. I can tell you that much.
Hard
as somebody who has to monitor all the feedback, it's just gonna happen. Hey, my face is gone. Nice.
Oh no! How did I kill your face?
It's probably just because you might just be covering me up or something. Yeah.
Are you back? There you go.
There we go.
So I was talking about the thing of you have to make a regular. We take a casting of the sculpt and then make an expanded master from that that's about 3% larger, and then the mold gets made from that, and then when the thing cools, it comes. Anyway, so this is one of the pictures I put in the update, which shows the lines, the multi-part mold, like the lines of where this thing gets broken in the mold, which is kind of bonkers. And someone wrote in the comments, they're like, "Oh my god, you're gonna ruin this tree! Like, look at all those lines. It's gonna be like a mess." But don't worry, it's here's like this is the test shot. Like it's you don't see a single one of those. Like we're here, we're cool, we're good, we're clean. I don't know how to anticipate and I don't know. But yeah, but I don't know. I thought that stuff isn't that fun? Is it fun to see that like crazy? Like it's nuts. That's just for one piece, right? This is like and this thing gets broken off into 1, 2, 3, 4. It ends up being a 5 pieces in the mold or 6, and then the molds are multi-part. And it's a wild ride. Anyway, and yeah, what?
Oh.
No, who?
I think I completely blanked on what I was going to say.
Cool, good story, man.
Oh yeah, I was going to say yeah. This is why these pieces are so expensive to make, though. Like you look at like how complicated that one tree is.
And you know what? If we cast an ABS, we wouldn't have to, but that's not who we are.
If you cast it in ABS, then you might drop it and it breaks, and then you gotta get a new one.
Yeah, and it just doesn't have the same detail, and it doesn't have the same heft, and it's not Dwarvenite. The other fun fact from that is, if you want to complain in the comments, do it like what is it, Real Art or Real Arte? He's like he hates the Shimmer Fronds, but he does it in a like a lovable way of like you're letting us know his distaste for the Shimmer Fronds, but like in a palatable, you're like, you know what, I want to hear this all day, and like it's like it's ideal. So take a page out of his book. There's other people that like to complain that don't do it in a quite palatable way, and we don't listen to those complaints. But this this is like that's it. Just take a page out of his book of like how do you say it? Is it Real Arte, Real Art, Real Arte? Yeah.
But then it's ARETE.
So ARE Arty?
Real Arete? Real Arety?
Real Arte.
Oh, is it supposed to be like a pun on reality?
I don't know, because then I know how to say it.
Yeah, that's completely fair. It's a screen name,
It's an identity. It's on our. But anyway, but that's
people are saying they like seeing all this stuff, saying it's refreshing to see like what the actual issues we're working on are, as opposed to just hearing that there's a delay. It helps build confidence, where it's a thing where it's like, no, so like this is the thing, like they are actively working on this. It's not a thing that they're
nonstop. Yeah. It's like, it's absurd. Well, I don't think we have anything new to show today. But next week we might have a couple more bits. I have some rods, but they're not worth looking at yet. We see the pieces together, but we can look at some test shots next week. I think we'll have some more new stuff to look at. And is it worth what?
Teardrop updates. The teardrop update was in the Kickstarter update.
Yeah, it just went out like at 5 or something.
Oh, we said we would talk about the horizontal rods today.
We did say that?
Well, I think you implied you'd talk about it this week. If you need another week, we can do it next week.
No, I have. I mean, there's. Oh, you know what? We don't have.
It's about the holes. It's about the holes.
Yeah, let's talk about it next week, because I'll Where did I put that thing? I have. Yeah, let's do it next week, because I want to get through these sets. If we run out, and then we can do, and we'll have whatever other new stuff we have. We have the acrylic versions of the horizontal rods, and I totally told people I was going to do it this week. Let's push it to next week, and we can do a little more in depth wildland stuff, because I think there's a bunch more packages en route, so I think we'll hopefully have some more new fun stuff to look at. Cool. As well.
we've got a lot of sets to cover today, and then we'll have more wildland stuff to talk about next week, so we can just do like a more in-depth wildlands thing.
Do people like the long updates, by the way, of speaking of wildlands? Like Jay is always worried that we Like I spend a whole day writing an update, and is it worth it? I think it is, but I don't know.
I saw the update described as pure serotonin by somebody, so
That's
I think it's a good thing.
oh. Well,
Updates are good being long, love it. Yes, it is worth it. Again, third
okay.
time, yes, yes, but not with the accent.
Yes, say what
Wait, did we
accent?
did we do an accent?
Probably
I
inadvertently.
personally like them, love it, yes. Great update. Again, keeps the trust between us. I think it's great. Longer the better. Yeah, I think we're gonna get just like a
All right.
unanimous. But then again, these are also the people who show up to listen to us talk for
Yeah.
2 hours every week.
About nothing. Yeah. All right. Fair. Let's go. Oh, we do have other news. Is there more? We have a lot of news. I think. Is there anything else? There
I'm
could
pretty
be.
sure that was
Was
all
that
of
it?
it. Kickstarter we did, Band of
Sci-fi.
Badgers, Justice, Gentleman Wake, D&D Beyond, Sci-Fi Survey, Topaz. Yeah, it's all of it.
All right. Rock and roll. Um. So
How is it 7:40 already?
I don't know. I was worried
What?
we spend too much time talking about stuff before we talk about the stuff we're supposed to talk about. But
You mean like last time where we spent an hour 15 minutes talking about Wildlands test shots and then we didn't have like any time to actually do the build and then the internet cut out?
to be fair, if we're gonna be talking about anything, it should be Wildlands test shots. But yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right. So we are gathered here today to talk about reconfigured sets and what this means. So biggest picture. Let's go. Biggest picture. What we're trying to do across the boards is simplify the sets that are on our web store. And how do I keep messing up this window that you're in? I don't know. Deal while you're drinking.
What did you do wrong? What
I
happened?
don't know. Nothing. Nothing. No problems. No problems whatsoever. Oh, here we. Here. Oh, I was on the wrong. There we go. That. Anyway, so we're trying to clean up we're trying to reduce the number of sets we have on our website so we can keep them in stock more, as well as offer a little more web-friendly sets versus Kickstarter-friendly sets, and yada yada yada. So part of that is slowly reconfiguring our line, trying to get all the pieces available in sets, but stuff that we can stock regularly. And one of the rules of reconfigs are, one, you want sort of high multiples of pieces because we order in small quantities, right? We tend to order 300, 400, maybe 500 for a really big set or a really successful set, but or sometimes we try and get away with less than 300. But the quantities of sets they're ordering is not very high. However, the casting quantities, the factory doesn't want to do stuff unless the casting quantities are significantly high. So generally, they don't want to do a piece unless the casting quantity is 3,000 on that piece. So the challenge is, like, the reason the Caverns Deep sets are basically unrestockable is most of those sets have 60 different pieces that each have a quantity of like 1 or 2 of them. So even at 300, you're barely, you're just not casting enough of. There's too huge a variety of pieces at too small quantities. So restockable sets tend to have a fewer variety of pieces at higher multiples, so we can actually make them. So that's like one of our operating parameters. And then, of course, price is obviously an issue. You want to try and you want to aim for a price point that makes sense. Price also goes up. Our prices get grandfathered in. Like once we have a set, that price is basically grandfathered in by the factory, with the exception of it goes up a little bit every year or two based on shipping and materials and everything and yada yada. But as soon as we reconfigure something, the price goes up. They quote it with brand new prices. So like if we did Zaltar's Game Room right now, they would charge, we would have to charge $160 for it instead of $130 or whatever, or something. Or maybe more. It's so the downside with reconfiguring stuff is the price tends to go up a little bit because of mold configurations. Then speaking of mold configurations, that's the crazy. If you want to have if you like hard video games, sit down with Tyler and the spreadsheet of what pieces are in what molds, some of which the information is in Chinese to make the game even harder. And you'll be like, oh, okay, I want to make this and this and this, and you realize that this piece is in with 5 other completely unrelated things. Maybe not even from like, well, I guess they're all from the same Kickstarter generally, but like some of the city builder stuff. There's like crenellations in with doors and ladders and it just like it's just insane. So you're like, oh, this is perfect, we can do this thing. But they're like, well, no, if you're going to cast this, you end up with these 5, you have to do the whole mold at once, so you end up with these 6 extra things left over and things. So just when you think you have the perfect configuration, you actually look at the mold layout and it's not pretty.
What kind of video game does that remind you of?
I don't know, something that would be popular in Japan.
What do you think they play in Japan?
So when I was in Tokyo, I went to a video arcade, and 2 of the games that had the longest lines were the Typing of the Dead, which is like House of the Dead, but you have to type words really fast.
I'm well familiar with Typing of the Dead.
I'd never seen it before.
Typing of the Dead is great.
Yeah, people were like lining up to type as fast as possible. I was like, it doesn't even make sense. And then there was
Fern makes a good point. Anything from Zachtronics, but that's a Western developer. But Zachtronics makes a lot of like puzzle games that are like genuinely like you're building assembly lines and stuff.
Ooh, sounds fun. Well, this is similar. There was a bus driver game where it's like, it's got like the thing, you pull to open the door and a big steering wheel in the it's like a whole setup. And the object of the game was to do your route as efficiently as possible while following as many traffic rules as possible. So it was like the opposite of like Grand Theft Auto or something. Where
sounds like the opposite of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, you were like you got graded on your efficiency and precision for following the guided route, and they could like, yeah, it didn't make any sense. I was like, nobody's like playing Tekken, but they're like lining up to play like the perfect bus driver game. I was like, what is going on here? This is like, but anyway. I don't know who would play this game. This game is terrible, but Tyler has to play it, and it's not a good game. But anyway, those are the rules of our Reconfig. So,
oh my god,
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Where are we? Okay, so let's talk about some of these 2 sets that we put together.
Yeah. Let's get to the fun part. A lot of people, by the way, were saying like, oh no, I'll do it. Like, let me do it.
Yeah,
we have some like we have like some data analysts and stuff that do stuff like that a lot. In chat. Oh, Desert Bus. Oh god, Desert Bus.
Yeah.
Desert Bus is a game made for charity where all you do is you drive a bus in real time from like, I think it's somewhere in Texas to like another
across
city.
The desert.
Like a 5 or 6 hour drive, and the thing is like you're just driving on a straight road, but you can't just like leave it because
it'll drift.
You veer ever slightly to the right, so you have to adjust the wheel every now and then to stay on the road. Otherwise, you have to wait for a tow truck to come to you from the city that you're closest to and tow you back in real time, and then you start over.
That sounds about as fun as Tyler's spreadsheet game.
Yeah.
But anyway, so not fully reconfigured, but two sets that we have in the works. We've told you guys about this before, I think, but we'll talk about it again. Is we're doing Caverns Core set in Underdoom paint, which I'm super excited about because the Underdoom encounter from Caverns Deep was kind of light on bread and butter pieces. So having a bucket of bread and butter pieces, exciting, including, let's see if I oh wait, I have the power. Let's see if this works.
You have the power.
Yeah, but then I still had to go do the thing. Did your face?
You have the power.
All right, so
a lot of people hadn't heard of it. Why do people do it? They do it for the meme, or they do it for charity. The one exciting thing that happens in Desert Bus is after a couple hours, a bug will hit your windshield, and that's the only aesthetic change.
Desert
Bus.
And
once you make it, you then drive back.
Oh, that's the bonus level. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 hours round trip. So this is a shot from Hamster's desk. So we have a bunch of pieces that were never in Underdoom paint before in Underdoom paint. A couple of these already existed, like the puddle floor, already existed. But we have all the stepped rock floor and straight walls and the corners, whatever. So there's a whole bunch of new basic Underdoom pieces, which I'm very excited about. The vein, the mineral vein is not the final. The final color I think is silver. These are some trials he did that weren't quite working. So this isn't the final, I don't think, but it was the more silvery one on the left, something around that one. But anyway, so that's that. I'm very excited for the Underdoom Cavern's Core, and I think that will show up. I think we get those in 3 months or something. Those are in the works, so that's exciting. So
this is one of the existing Cavern's Core sets. Yes, this is the
existing
Cavern's Core configuration that we're using for. That's currently in regular and in ice. We're starting out Underdoom there, seeing how well it does. If it does really well, we can start expanding Underdoom to the other Cavern sets as well.
Well, maybe we'll see. Yeah.
Maybe
we'll get there.
It depends on how it does.
Yeah. But at least we'll have the idea, and then eventually we'll have the Hellscape. We'll have Hellscape in Cavern's Core also, because we want to have that core set in all flavors. So regular, unpainted, regular stone, Underdoom, ice, Hellscape.
I feel like this is gonna make Underdoom a lot more accessible. Honestly,
no, it's awesome. I'm very excited. And I don't know anybody that has, if you have the Underdoom encounter from Dungeon of Doom, or Cavern's Deep, I think a bunch of basic Underdoom pieces, and they're new pieces that you don't have, a bunch of them. So throw them there. It's just I need like 5 of these, and I'll be great. So we also have we're doing the Crooked Cavern pack in ice, which I'm excited about because that has a bunch of new ice pieces that weren't in ice previously, including the convex curve. Where the heck is it? My favorite Caverns piece. Where is it? I can't remember what the other pieces in the Crooked Caverns are, and I don't have any photos because Hanser's literally painting them as we speak. But this guy, let's see. We're gonna have this guy in ice, which I would have sworn, I would have bet money that we'd made this in ice during Caverns Deep, but apparently we didn't. Anyway, so this will be a good lineup there. So everything in the Crooked Cavern, which is like the swell wall, diagonal wall. I think the rising walls are in there. Let's see, but a bunch of stuff that, the rising wall wasn't in ice. A bunch of cool stuff that wasn't in ice that'll be in there. So once again, this is going to be a fantastic addition. If you had the ice catacombs or any of the ice from Caverns Deep, / if you got the new ice core sets, or if you got Shivering Springs, whatever, this set is going to be awesome. Very, darn it. So I'm excited for both of those, and that one's either coming with Underdoom or a month later or something, but we should have that by, what month are we in now? If it's May, June, July. So I think
end of April.
I think we'll have all of these. I think we have these in August. I should have asked Jay what the timeline was. But so those are exciting. Do anybody any questions about Ice and Underdoom before we go on to other things? Perfect.
Honestly, I would love for us to get Crooked Caverns and Underdoom, just because
we'll get there.
The Underdark is like so. It's like defined by like those like twisting passages so much.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's the ice, the Crooked Cavern. This is my favorite little thing. Hang. This guy, the little. I love all the convexes. This guy in ice, the little salamander is blue, and it's just awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's my favorite. But this is another guy that's going to be in ice that wasn't in there. And yeah, Crooked Caverns in ice, going to be a great ice edition. It'll be cool.
You ordering a bunch of those sets? There should be a good amount.
At least 300.
Yeah, because they're going to be core.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, our goal with these cores is that, if we get the Underdark, it's like so. It's like defined by like those like twisting passages so much.
Yeah.
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 Again, our goal with these cores is that, we want them to be things that will sell regularly,
We
but
we
we can still keep in stock,
we
basically.
want to hopefully never sell out of core stuff. Um, and we're gonna rename the Crooked Cavern set because the name's not good. It needs to be more like an advanced builder or something, or like because the set doesn't sell as well as I feel like it should because it's exactly if I didn't have any caverns things and I got a caverns core or a caverns mega or two caverns core or a caverns core and a caverns basic or any combination of those core sets, the next set that I would want would be the Crooked Caverns. That's what I designed it for. It's like all the other cool organic shapes that you need, but I don't think people realize it because the name is confusing. I don't know. It just doesn't say, "Hey, this is the next thing you need," because it's not all the cool shapes. Get it? Like it's really like that's the if you want your caverns to look cooler, you need these are like these things make it's everything. Yeah.
While we're on that topic, Digital Dungeoneer is one of the newer.
Wait, Digital
Uh,
Dungeoneer is a great name.
yes, he's actually pretty new. I think a
It
couple weeks
sounds like
ago.
a build of the month.
Oh, speaking of which, new build. I guess that is some news we forgot. Is the next build of the month goes up on Tuesday,
Yes. Oh, it will be
as
building.
does building of the build of the month. Dude,
Yes.
I'm very excited for the next build of the month for biased reasons.
Yes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. It's gonna grow on you. Uh, I'm excited to release it, and I'm excited to tackle the next one. So yeah, next Tuesday afternoon we'll go. We'll do building of the build of the month, and it's gonna be. Should we tell people what it's gonna be?
I don't even know, so I'd appreciate it. Oh, I completely forgot to. I completely forgot to say what his question was. Like,
What's
go
the
ahead and
question?
say what build of the month's going to be, and then yeah.
It's gonna be Hellscape.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We don't have any mountain sets in stock. We don't have any sewer sets in stock. I was waiting on cities till we get closer to the next cities Kickstarter. We just did forest. We just did caverns. We just did a giant castle. We just did. This one was dungeons. We just did ice previous to that. Like, what else is there? We haven't done burrows, but the only burrows basically I want to do burrows in Forsaken Temple, but the only things we have are the big. We've got basically Shrine of Sassul or the full Kree Colony, which both are starting at $400 or $500 something. And I feel like after Wyvern Watch Castle, we needed to like take a break and try and be, around $300, 250, something in that realm. So yeah. So I don't know if people have ideas of other things that are in stock that we could, other themes we could tackle. I'm up for it, but geez.
Uh, so, Digital Dungeoneer. A couple weeks back, they started showing up to the streams. They said I think
Oh
they
no.
have bought some dungeon stuff, and they got their dungeon collection started. He's asking, what's a good way to get started with caverns? Seems like there are a bunch of different set themes beyond the default that look super cool, but also might not mesh well with the other themes.
Just get the Caverns Core set, or the Caverns Core Mega is the best bang for your buck. Get a Caverns Core Mega and start there, or a Caverns Core, or a Caverns Core plus the basic. Really, the Caverns Core Mega is the best if you're gonna like that. Gives you a great bunch, and then you buy the caverns. Then you buy the Crooked Cavern set. If you get that and a Mega, or that a Mega and another core set, you have enough caverns to go nuts. If we have any adventure packs left from Caverns Deep, those are also really fun for some spice. I don't know what else we have in stock, but the Caverns Core Mega is the best coverage and bang for your buck. Uh,
Apparently, the Mega's sold out.
what? Because it's
Yeah.
the best. Because it's the best bang for your buck. I think we reordered some.
Is that coming in the restocks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could get a Caverns Core. I'm am I allowed to say I don't recommend getting the basic cavern? Well, because the reality is, it's the same. It's a wall, floor, and corner, but it's basically the same ones over and over again. So it feels repetitive. With a dungeon, it's fine, but with a cavern, it feels repetitive to me. So I recommend getting the core or the core mega because you have more variety.
And someone said they aren't sure what to do with the Crooked Caverns. They haven't got it yet. What's the Crooked Caverns like highlight specifically?
It's more organic shapes to add to your basic shapes. So it's got concave curves and swell walls and rising walls, and it's it's not wildly advanced, but it gives you more organic look to your caverns. It gives you some more shapes and more building options, like this thing, this cool concave, so you can do outside curves to go with your inside curves. I think it has a couple diagonals, which are just super useful. It has some one by one stuff for doing more technical builds and offsetting bits, and it's basically all this sort of the next level of variety you'd want after you have some basic stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of questions. Do you guys have a problem with inventory sitting for very long? Seems like it always sells out right away. Always. So some stuff sells out right away. We'll have other stuff that sits there for a very long time.
It's all the stuff that sits there that kills us, yeah. Because then it's all tied. That capital's tied up, and you can't buy the sets that everybody's buying with because you tied up. But yes, like there's this weird, and there's this weird thing where stuff that's like sometimes the thing that's really popular on the Kickstarter then isn't really popular on the web store, and vice versa. The thing that didn't sell on the Kickstarter doesn't sell or does sell on the web store, and you're like, oh, well, it's because people didn't buy it in the Kickstarter, now they are buying. But then also sometimes the things that are really popular in the Kickstarter are super popular in the web store also, and so it's like really hard, like our forecasting and figuring out what the heck people are gonna buy, and also just people navigating what the heck they're gonna buy. It's I don't know. But next Wednesday, right now, we're so far theoretically still confirmed to be launching the new web store filters next Wednesday. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
People are asking what's been sitting there so they can buy it. And, news. Okay.
News. Breaking news. Web store filters next Wednesday. That's it.
People are asking what's sitting there so they can buy it. It's like, well, the funny thing is that's kind of what we've been using Build of the Month for, is a way to try and clear out some of that stock.
Well, I always target stuff that are trying to target stuff that we have a lot of, so that we can actually not run out of the Build of the Month. And I always inevitably have a couple of sets that we don't have a high stock of in there. I think in general, castle stuff we still have a lot of castle stuff poking around. We have a bunch of Hellscape stuff poking like in there. The general problem is the fundamental stuff sells out, and then the more specialty stuff is there, but other people don't want to get the specialty stuff because they don't have the fundamental stuff because it's sold out. It's sort of like a overarching thing. We should get a list of things that are things that we have in excess of stock in. Jay has sent me one at some point somewhere.
Well, it's kind of what we were looking at for hidden gems. That's kind of how that process started.
Yeah, it's like, hey, do we have a lot of, and like, why do we have a lot of like whatever it is? Because the thing is awesome. Like, how do people not know this thing is awesome?
How do you plan on redoing Crystal Caverns? It's a very popular set which never stays in stock.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good.
Is that a thing we got to get to after the core stuff?
Yeah, I've been putting that one off because I don't exactly know how to crack it. Where did that list go?
When do we get Underdoom Mega Banks?
Mega Banks pack would be amazing. I don't know. We're gonna start with this. What we've got here, the new ones, and then we go from. We'll go from there. But that would be a good. Oh yeah, here we go. I got some. Okay, we've got. What do we have a lot of? So we have a lot of the LED illuminated floor pack for LEDI. And that pack, first of all, those toppers you can use on anything. That floor you can essentially use in with your dungeon as well as your city or your castle or whatever. And I think it's a really good price for what the heck is in there. Like, I don't know how that's a hidden check. Like, how does not everybody? I don't know how we still have that pack, because that is
let's get that on the hidden gem list then.
That thing is amazing. Like, there's seriously, it has that runic circle, and it has the cool snake thing, and it has the ember pit, and it has the fountain, and it has an LED floor with 2 different color settings. It's clear light and flickering torchlight. Like, and it's what is it painted? It's like $40 painted or something. I don't know. I'm making.
Susalan brings up a good point. They say that they think it's just hard to find on the store.
Yeah.
Which is likely it's kind of buried in there.
Yeah. Because
hopefully this new system will help. Oh,
yeah.
You can use the puck under it apparently.
Yeah, you could totally.
It's 34 painted.
34 painted. That's like, we got to raise the price in Natal somewhere. I don't know.
Should we try to work that into? Well, I don't know if we can work it into the Hellscape build of the month, but
we have. We have.
Oh, people had questions. They were asking about like the price on the price on the new Caverns core stuff. Are they going to be the same price as regular Caverns paint? Or are they going to be?
No, they will be. Bum, bum, bum. Crooked Caverns. I just got a telegram about this right now. Morse code. It came in via Morse code. What's this we hear? Well, I don't know how much it is unpainted, but Crooked Caverns in Ice is 106 painted. I don't have the unpainted price on that one for whatever reason. And Crooked Caverns Core Underdoom is 121 painted. So I don't know how that stacks up against the other one, but that's where we're at.
You were saying a better. I'm. The changes that we have coming to the website are going to help us highlight these sets a lot more.
Next Wednesday.
We're gonna have like some. I think I don't want to say too much until it's actually there.
You haven't said enough.
Navigating the store is going to be a lot easier. We've got a new way of laying out sets that will hopefully help direct you. Like, if you're looking for like how to start off your collection versus expanding it, we've got some subcategories that I think are helpful.
It's not going to make it worse, so I can tell you that.
That's fair.
Any more questions about these? We should do Data Cloud. We should do the fan build, and then we'll go down this list. I haven't even gotten through. We've gotten through the first 2.
It's a really good point. People were asking about the price on the build of the month too. It's like just under $350, right?
I think. And that's what it
was. We were shooting for 300, then we added the starter dungeon to put it under 350.
Yeah.
We thought it needed it. So somewhere around there.
And it's there's an unpainted version also.
And
I'm
made that work.
I'm gonna try and get next month's under 300. We will see.
With Hellscape?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
That was my goal. I don't know if it's possible, but it'll be under 350 or under maybe. Any other questions about these before we go to?
Will I still be able to see? Are there any new reconfigs beyond Caverns coming? Yes.
Yes, I have.
We'll get to those after the fan build, though.
I have a list
of
a
fair amount
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things to talk about. So
awesome.
All right, so let's go to. And this one we have a video. So this is many of you know Shad Ross, who is described as a friend of the Forge, right? He's been with Dwarven Forge since the first Kickstarter. Avid builder, posts all sorts of cool photos. Really nice dude. He helped us out at D&D Live 2 years ago, and just always been a great ally, and done some cool things, whatever. And he pinged us and said he was putting together a swamp build, and I don't remember what he was asking or whatever, but I was like, you know what, swamp build, like, I'm gonna send you some prototypes. Let's make this thing crazy. Oh, he was showing me this dragon he was painting that for it, and so we sent him a few swamp prototypes, and he made a really cool build using all existing Dread Hollow and Aranthor, and it's a lair for this black dragon.
It's kind of funny. People were bringing up NPC Charles, like, just brought up Shad in the chat right before you introduced this. Yeah. Everybody's asking how you become a friend of the Forge. Asking us to send them prototypes.
Yeah. That's a good question. You,
Just kind of happens.
yeah.
Like,
Oof, and I have a couple. I think I have a couple photos. What do I have this with?
do we get key cards and badges?
It's got some GW trees in there. Oh, I like the Moams in the back to Mother of All Mushroom from Caverns Deep to give some nice light. I don't know what he's using for the negative space under there.
It's a big dragon.
It's a really big dragon. It's by the Print Lord. Or the Lord of Print? The Lord of Print. Lord of Print? Or the Print Lord?
Wish that mushroom would come back.
Yeah.
Man, I would love. I think the mushrooms are some of my favorite, or like one of my favorite like theme pieces we've done.
Yeah.
Very cool looking.
Yeah, there was some good stuff. I don't know how you become a friend of the Forge. You just keep being part of the community, and then at some point there's like a thing that happens, or I don't know. You're like Doug Barringer, and you're at a convention, and we're like pulling our hair out trying to set up things. You're like, do you need some help? And you're like, yeah. Next thing you know, you're helping at everything.
What do we do to become a nemesis of the Forge?
Oh, you raise money to have our teeth pulled out, actually. Right? Isn't that Justice's buddy?
That model is from Lords of the Print.
Lords of the Print, plural, not just one. Yeah. He's cool.
Commerce Demon shouts, "I'm in. Give me the teeth."
You guys are the best. You guys are all friends of the Forge. Well, I wish we could just send prototypes to everybody.
You write Spelljammer. You keep asking about modular ships.
You know, if you have a very specific need and you have a good track record and there's a thing like if NPC Charles was doing a shoot and like needed a real specific thing, was like, hey, I'm doing this, whatever, because they do like unbelievable these cool photos, and we're like, hey, I need a whatever, maybe we could. I don't want to. Now everybody's gonna send all these emails. It's bad. Never mind. Let's take it back. All right, let's go. Oh, we should do a giveaway.
Oh yeah. What's a good word for the giveaway?
Friend of the Forge, all one word.
All one word.
I think it's perfect.
See if it'll even let me put that in. It fits. I guess we could do that.
All right. So what are we giving away, Chris?
What's that?
What are we giving away?
If you would like to enter the Dwarven Forge Weekly on the Anvil giveaway, all you got to do is type "Friend of the Forge" in chat. That's all one word. The case does not matter, I believe. It can be all lowercase, all uppercase. Does not particularly matter. Do not have spaces or it will not work. If you are international, you can win. So anybody can win a $50 gift card. If you are in the United States, you could also choose to win a starter dungeon instead of the $50 gift card. However, this is open to anybody can get a gift card. No matter where you live, you can at least get a gift card. Yay. Just type "Friend of the Forge" in chat, and we will roll that giveaway soon.
You know, we should also get. I have a big box of unpainted dungeon passages, the old style one. Should we give that away?
The passages?
Yeah, the old one.
Wait,
the one.
Are you adding? You're making.
Not on this giveaway. No, this could be another giveaway.
Okay. Because if it's a physical one, we've got to keep it US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does anybody, like they're all unpainted, and it's the old school ones that have the bevels.
Underdoom Passages pack would be really cool.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. But it's like a big, like I don't know. Those things take up a lot of storage space versus the new passages, and the bevels don't line up perfectly, and they're unpainted. But which is why they're in a big old box. Yeah.
It sounds like the perfect collection of terrain for a problem solver.
Ooh, that's I like how you think.
Yeah. Any
Any problems? Let's go to the next thing, and we'll go. Oh, we should roll the giveaway.
Yeah, try to put up a BOTW that my daughter and I built, but no way in hell would compete with Shad's build.
Oh,
BOTW, build of
build
the
of the
week.
week. Yeah. Wait, I want to send it to us. Send it
Breath of the Wild. Yeah, send it.
OTA at
If you
dwarvenforge.com.
guys ever build anything,
It's not a competition.
yeah, if you ever
It's
build anything, just send it over. If not, like we love seeing that stuff. It's why we make it.
plus it's like it's cheating if you do it with your kids, because then like I'm a sucker for seeing people's builds with their kids. Like that's the yeah.
Will you guys ever make that dragon to be sold for a limited time? That's not our dragon.
That's
We can't sell that one.
Lords of the Print.
Yeah, we do not. If we sold that dragon, we would be in trouble. Can I send over my Goofy mod?
Oh, that's for you, Goofy.
Goofy mod, not Goofy like the character. I made Goofy the noun because I think
Oh,
about Goofy movie.
yeah, I want to see your Goofy mod.
Goofy mod, yeah. IME did a fun thing with absolutely. I can you put the pictures in Discord. I can show that to Nate.
I love this stuff.
She was inspired by your drilling, and did some modifications to some bridge pieces.
Yes. That's like this is what you should be doing. Take these pieces and make them your own. Like cut them apart, glue them back together, put a hole in them, get crazy.
Gonna do the IME mod this weekend. Yeah, it's. I've been thinking about like
what did she do? What is it?
I want to into pole accessory poles.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me roll
Let's
this
roll
giveaway.
this giveaway.
I can send you those pics actually.
Yeah.
They won't take me long to download them. Where are they? They're in.
She also did this crazy lighthouse topper thing. That's pretty awesome.
She's always done very creative stuff. I remember for the 12 by 12 days of Christmas, she took the burrows and she made like a slide, and had a bunch of penguins like sliding down them. And that was very fun.
Because you're a sucker for penguins. See, this is the.
That's a bizarre.
It's true.
You
love penguins. Stop.
I do love penguins. I don't know if I would say that defines me. It's not.
It defines you. Oh.
I
didn't say it defines you. It's just that you're a sucker for penguins.
I'm trying to find the chat that she posted that mod in.
Well, roll the giveaway.
Oh yeah, I'll roll the giveaway.
Sorry.
All right, let's go. Today's giveaway goes to DMN Games.
Woo! Long time viewer.
Long time viewer.
You meant 6 at clubs, right?
Yeah. It's simply his other account.
Yeah.
DMN, I believe I have contacted you before. Yes, I've got your email there.
Awesome.
Excellent. Just let me know. I was gonna message you. So let me know if you want the starter dungeon or the gift card, and then we'll get that set up.
Boom.
Bam.
All right. So, reconfigurations. New Dwarven Forge sets for the web store. We got.
Yes.
We're looking at. We have a new vaulted core set coming. It is the exact same configuration as the classic dungeon core set, except everything will be vaulted, and it's going to be surprisingly more expensive. The price is like it's nuts. It's like $140 versus $100 painted or something. A combination of it's not grandfathered and it's the painting's more complicated and the pieces are slightly more complicated. So it's like disappointingly more expensive. Then we have the vaulted mega core, or what do we call it? Captain vaulted core mega. I don't know what we're gonna call it. But it's our first dungeon mega. And let's switch to the close. And
I found the pictures and I'm sending them over to you now.
Nice. Chuck and Michelle spearheading this thing, and it's. We gotta make some room here. Put you guys over here. Here we go. So it's all this. We don't know the exact price just yet. It's roughly $250. How much is the Caverns Core Mega? 220 or something?
It's a little over 200, yeah,
Got
from
it.
what I remember.
So I think it's gonna be about 250 painted, but something like that. But it is. I don't know. Chuck did a bunch of configs. I should have found the photos. It's 22 walls. It is. Wow, doesn't even fit on the. I took that. It's 7 corners. 4 of the coveted diagonal walls, which we
ecstatic about the diagonal walls.
which we reordered.
They're saying 250 for a core is not bad, or for a mega core is not bad at all.
20 floors. It has 4 doors. Two of the portcullis arch walls with the portcullis, and then they also have the solid. They both have the solid insert, so you can make them a wall or a secret door, or whatnot. It's got. Oh, I don't have it here. Man, it doesn't fit on camera. This guy's gonna come with it. Oh. It has 2 spike floors, so you have a couple of traps to keep your players on their toes, and it has a secret door wall. Boop.
I'm tempted to buy a whole set of diagonals. How many diagonals are in this?
4. The diagonals, we also just reordered the diagonal, the vaulted diagonal pack, because you guys were asking for it on here. So that is en route. All right, so this is the new vaulted core mega something. I don't know. We got to figure out what the name is, but something like that. Oh, and it has the four backfill pieces for these 2, which I forgot to grab. So it's a pretty good lineup. Chuck did 1,000 different configurations to try and find the sort of the ultimate combo.
Do you know how much it is unpainted?
No. Yes. No. No, it's not on here.
All right.
The vaulted core unpainted is about 89. So I bet this would be. Wow, you should tell me some. My black wrap fell down here. Cover my face. I bet it's gonna be 190. I don't know, something like that.
109. It's not bad.
190. No.
190. Okay.
Versus 250. I don't know.
20 floors. 20 floors is pretty good coverage. I mean, that's
plus 2 the tricky floors. Plus all this, yeah, like it'll fill more than a terrain tray. It's about 1 foot by 2 foot. I think if you lay it all out. I don't know. I should have got the pictures that Chuck has did a whole bunch of configs. So I'm pretty excited about that. We also have. Oh, are there any questions about that? Before I take a look at the other one, which is the classic mega.
Questions about this? Is this set for the August timeframe as well?
This is coming probably a month or so later. This one just went in, so this might be September. I don't entirely know.
Let's see. Seems like people are saying this seems like a very solid set.
Well, if you think this is a solid set, you want to hear about the classic dungeon mega, which doesn't exist yet.
There was somebody who was saying they liked the classic more than the vaulted.
Yeah.
So this should be right up their alley.
So the classic is going to be way more delayed because we need to retool some pieces. which is we were gonna have another piece in this that vaulted, but I didn't want to hold it up to retool pieces, so it's going. So the classic is going to be roughly the same price point. It's going to be about $250, but it's going to have the current sketch that Chuck has put together is 28 floors, 26 walls, 6 corners, 4 doors, 2 narrow doors, 4 diagonal walls with the backfill floors, 4 curved corners, 4 curved backfill, 2 secret door walls, and 2 floors with the stairs down on them. So that's 86 pieces versus 77 pieces for roughly the same price point.
Wow.
And that may shift a little bit, and that's our current working spreadsheet. But it requires we're retooling the curved wall. So we're gonna put the stone edging on the sides. Do I have the?
They're wondering if you can go over the list again. McGreg OK was trying to
Transcribe.
Write it down. He was typing too slow.
You know what? It might change, so don't I don't want it to be set in stone. That's our working. Huh. Well, I don't have the. I have the curved classics. Where did I put those? Oh, maybe they were in my. It's really. I don't know. So the curved walls. We're redoing the edges so that they will have the. This is. I couldn't find enough regular walls, so I have the magnetic wall. I painted the bottoms of my magnetic walls red so that I could find them more easily because they look just the same as the regular ones. Yeah, and I did that with the the secret door. That one has an S on it because this thing is really hard to find. And I what else did I paint? I painted something else with the bottoms red because they're once you have a big old bucket, it's hard to find them. So we're doing the edges on the curved wall, and we're putting anchor magnet on the bottom. Same with the secret door wall, as well as I want to remaster the. I want to make it more concealed, right? So it's pretty concealed, but it's gonna be better, right? We can top this, right? So this is the current one, which is it's pretty good on the table, but like. My son sees it every time. Like people, if you know to look for it, you can spot it. So we're gonna bevel out one side, bevel out the other side. It should be a little more concealed. So that's gonna take some time, and then do the edges and anchor magnet. Look at that, it's red also. And then doing the stairs floor piece, which is a neat one, gets you down to the next level. Same thing, put some stone on the edges. Put a magnet in the bottom, whatever. So, I don't know. So don't quote me on the exact configuration. Chuck's still pushing it around. We may adjust it, but it's going to be in that ballpark, in that range.
Chuck is here. He says he wants a nickel for every person who said they didn't get their secret corner, but thinks they have an extra normal corner.
Right? Like it's a thing. In fact, we should have the factory just paint the bottoms red, or something, because it is like. How many CS messages do you get for that, Chuck? Like seriously, like it's every week. It's like another email. So classic. That'll be coming late fall or something once we get those to it. Because right now, Wildlands tooling is taking there's no room to tool anything else. Wildlands is taking everything. So that'll have to wait. But it's coming. We didn't forget about it. And then we'll have a core and a core mega in both flavors, which will be pretty exciting. And then we're gonna reconfigure some add-on packs, so we'll have some sensible add-on packs that can go with them. Oh, well, like the diagonal wall. Oh, I didn't even talk about that one. We're redoing the diagonal wall. So the diagonal wall is gonna have this footprint instead of the existing classic diagonal wall is too thin and too short, and it's not right. So we fixed the geometry. The Dungeon and Doom one, the geometry is better, so it's going to have the exact same footprint as this, so it'll have the same backfill piece. So that needs to be resculpted completely and whatever. So there's a bunch of works. But there will be a diagonal wall pack also at some point wouldn't make an add-on. So that's a one for that's a question for the group is, what are the add-on packs that you would love to see if you could only see a couple. The most useful way to give us this information would be to email it to us at OTA, it's on the Anvil, at dwarvenforge.com, OTA at dwarvenforge.com. Like, what are the add-on packs that you'd like to see to combine, like, easy to understand, high multiples of pieces that we could add to these to expand in a nice way, like the diagonal wall.
I regret to inform you that chat is telling me that the diagonal vaulted walls actually aren't that in demand anymore. Actually, what they want is these cool hot round corners that Matt Mercer used last week.
Hot round corners?
These the vaulted curved walls.
Oh, the large curved walls.
Yeah, that's actually what they're looking for now. We missed the boat on the diagonals. We took too long.
Diagonals, that was last season. That was yeah. Well, the good news is.
Oh, not the large ones, apparently.
Well, great. We have no news then. No, not the large ones.
The classic small ones, he says.
Yes. Those are getting retooled, remastered. Will be available in a mega core set coming soon, as well as an add-on pack or something. I don't know. Chuck is pushing around add-on packs ideas as we speak. Yeah, those curved walls, the classic curves are very.
Yeah, Chuck's saying they're being remastered, so we do have those coming.
Yeah. Yep. Good. I'm glad they. But anyway, send us if you've got some. If you have a list of your top 3 things you'd like to see in add-on sets, email them to OTA. Mace is really excited to get those emails.
Commerce Demon says real dungeons have curves.
Love. It's true. All right. So then, are there any other dungeon questions?
Let's see.
Other than
same large curve sell out every time. They're always in demand. Yeah, I think. Are we restocking those?
I have no idea. We should if we haven't. They're awesome. I believe.
Given that you were making new sculpts, can you turn this into a mini Kickstarter? Can introduce some new people to Dwarven Forge? That's a conversation that comes up a couple times. Where people are like, if you want to remake the store, why not do a Kickstarter for it?
Because it's not enough new. So it doesn't feel like a real. It's not a real. We're not making new. I mean, yeah, we're resculpting one wall and we're adding some stones to a couple of the existing, and we're adding some anchor magnets. It's not enough. It's not a real Kickstarter is supposed to be, at least for us, we use it to generate a new product line, to do a thing we wouldn't normally be able to do, 150 new pieces, a whole bunch of things, whatever. I don't know. We want to save it for something that's a big, okay, we want to do something we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Retooling 5 pieces is something that we can do offline. But then maybe there's an event we could do that could draw people to it, like the release of these new core sets or something could be a welcome to Dwarven Forge event of some sort, or I don't know, some way to get people's attention that's not a Kickstarter, because it's just not I don't know. We shouldn't be using Kickstarter that way. We can manage to retool 5 things without Kickstarter.
A couple people have brought up the Fanatics Trove.
Oh,
I wonder if we're gonna restock that.
The Trove. Yes, we've talked about it. I don't know how it's all gonna work. The problem is it's a bazillion different pieces that all have low quantities. But the Fanatics Trove I designed to be the set you would get if you went in on the first Kickstarter and had 3 or 5 or 10 sets of dungeons. The Fanatics Trove was the set you'd get that would give you all this flashy new stuff that was generally not vaulted, so it was classic focused, or things that would work really well with classic that you would add to your sets of KS1 dungeons. And it was just the lineup, right? It was that was a good one. All those troves, Eldred's Mystic Trove, Servant's Trove, the Wicked Dungeon Trove, and that one were just those were the killer collection to add on to stuff. But I think it's a tough one to restock because it's such a broad array and everything is a 1 or a 2 of generally. I guess there's a couple of 4s, but maybe we could do Maybe we could break it into a couple of smaller sets that had higher multiples, so it was like 4 ofs or something, or 6 ofs, um, and something or whatever. But those kind of sort of specialized sets where it's like, hey, here's a bunch of cool flashy stuff to add to your core, because the core is like generally just a bunch of bread and butter stuff. It'd be fun.
Vertex is wondering if we can squeeze parts of the troves into the updated tooling, or if there's just no space for it.
None of the trove needs to be retooled. Those all have anchor magnets. They all have the edges there. Everything, they're up to date and everything. We're retooling stuff to add anchor magnets and add the side stones for the KS1 stuff, and basically just get any of the classic stuff that we didn't have into the new lineup, with the exception of we're not doing the window wall or that arrow slit wall, particularly that arrow slit wall, because that thing isn't even sculpted. Like, that's 4x6 floor, which endlessly warped. We're not carrying over, and that pit trap, which was not so great because we can do the cooler ones with the reveal now.
Any chance of ever seeing the marble pieces again, or new marble pieces?
So no, on the marble was limited edition. We said we'd only do it in the Kickstarter, so we can't do it again, which was a mistake. I wish we hadn't done it limited edition, because it's beautiful. It was really. I don't want to show it off again because it just makes everybody upset because they can't get it. But we could do new marble stuff that could match, because it looked really cool.
We could do new marble and not say that it'll be exclusive this time.
It would have to be different though. Yeah. But we couldn't do those same pieces in marble, right, because we told everybody in the Kickstarter, say, hey, this is limited edition. This is only for the Kickstarter. Get it now, or get out.
I do wonder if they would actually be upset if we made it again.
Yeah, well, no, we can't, because we told people we wouldn't, and like you can't do that. Like, it's
right.
Similar to the Chamber of Sorrows, or the Hellscape, the Dread Portal, and the Hellgate Remastered. Like, if we say this thing is a Kickstarter exclusive and we're not going to do it again, we can't, like, we cannot go back on our word on that thing. Like, that doesn't, like, and it's a damn shame, because that white marble in particular is gorgeous. It is, yeah. No, it was really. We shouldn't have done it, because I mean we should have made it. It was great, but we shouldn't have made it limited edition, because it was just it's too.
Well, when you don't realize how popular the marble is going to be, it's easy to take it for granted.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works, but it.
Yeah, it's you can blame it on the vaccine. All right, so any more dungeon questions?
I don't think for dungeons, no. There's other questions, but they're not really related to the reconfigs. We should keep moving with that. Well, you get the next. Oh, I think you got the next one right there, actually.
Yes.
I'm excited for these.
So we have some city reconfigs, which are kind of exciting. I didn't do the tutor one because we had to start streaming, but I have this. Wait, where was the thing? Oh, I was going to go here. So this is a. I don't even know what we called it. The Fieldstone Buildings or something. So it's a. The idea was sort of self-contained startery type sets. Why can I not get these to fit on on camera? Here we go. So right now we have the Hamlet set, which is good, but it doesn't have roofs, and we have the cottage set, which is great, but it's a tiny little cottage. So these were supposed to be sort of an in-between. So this is it's 3 buildings. They all have roofs. They're all self-contained. Each one has doors, and they have different doors, right? I think this one is like it's got a ramshackle door, a regular door, and a studded door. So there's a little door variety. Which again, I don't know how we're gonna actually stock these. It was a bad idea, but whatever. I go because we do them at the same time as the tutor, and then it helps. I don't know. They have roofs. They have the magnetic chimneys. There's no decor inside, but there are some window dressing. Like they've got shutters. We got 1 magnetic wall, shutter, 1 overhang, some stairs, whatever. But they're basically a city starter, and there's a tutor version and there's the stone version. Standalone, and they're 200 city They're both 210 painted and 136 unpainted.
These aren't being retooled with magnets and stuff, right? They're just a reconfiguration of the
Just
existing pieces.
reconfigured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many floors without holes? 3?
Yes. Only one floor has a hole.
On the roof ones, could I suggest more than 2 of the mini stands? Invariably, I find that at least 2 players plus the bad guy being on the roof.
That is a fact. And no, we already put them into production. But yeah, these the little assassin perch mini stand is turns out is super useful. So either have to use a chimney or get 2 of them. So that is a good call. We should have done 3. Maybe we did. I don't know what's in the final thing.
What's the timeline on this one?
These were ordered. I don't know when were they. They were ordered a few. I don't know. I think they're coming August.
And then are we going to be restocking the slate roofs along with these, since there's some in here?
I have no idea. That's a good question. But these will solve hopefully move forward, solving the roof. The roofs will come with a thing and it'd be nice. Also, they're super friendly for wargamers, or if you just getting started. It was trying to start easy on a in city. So then we also, to go with these, we have. This one is not built out really. Oh boy. We have a Tudor and a Fieldstone. Oh, and we're officially calling the city stone Fieldstone now, because stone was too generic. We've got all sorts of different types of stone, so we're officially making our way towards Fieldstone. So it has a descriptor, so it's different from other types of stone.
People are very excited about this already.
Yeah, so these are. Wait till you hear the price, then you'll be extra excited. So these were basically supposed to be self-contained ruin sets, right? That had kind of everything you needed in one place. Got rid of the fire, got whatever. They're just sort of the no-nonsense collection of ruins. I should have put this on a lighter terrain tray because it's kind of hard to see. And let me build out the stone. And I think the stone one has a roof. Please stand by. Wait.
McGregor says Wargamer's dream. Like, yep, that was kind of what we were hoping for.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, it doesn't have.
We're hoping these can help people doing skirmish war games kind of fill out their builds with some interesting line of sight blocking stuff, cover, all that jazz.
And also, they work really nicely with the, you could get the Fieldstone buildings kit and then the Fieldstone ruins, and together you have a huge arsenal of stuff to build something with. So let me build out a little. I didn't actually build anything with this. And these were supposed to. So the existing ruins assumed that you already had a bunch of stuff, right? They were like you needed corner posts and whatnot. So these have some corner posts. They've got 6 corner posts, each in them, plus whatever the various ruins pieces are, plus a couple of the big rubble piles that were from the castle, and the ruined floors. And they each have a door wall, so you can have the semblance of a house that once was. Put a thing there.
Yeah, people are ecstatic about these.
Little thing here. Yeah, Hamster led the charge on these things. It was like, well, if you were just going to do a standalone set, like the Wardrobe Gamer Dream, what would you make? And, so we got, let's see, do a little that, a little this. I got a thing here. Put this thing. So something like that. I didn't even have it all on camera. So these are. Check this one out. And this one has the Tudor one has 2 roofs. Let's put it on. Let's make it visible. I'll flip this thing over.
Everybody's shouting, "Thank you, Hamster! Hamster did great! Praise the hamster!"
We have the greatest team in the world. Period. Hands down, bar none. Like, our lineup but not only talented and smart and funny, but also just like the nicest, genuine people in the world. Like we are absolutely blessed to have like just the uh, greatest team of creative people in the world, hands down, bar none. I will fight any other team, steel cage match to the death. We have the best team. The end. Uh, so
Well, I'm
yeah,
excited that he's finally getting to do this because like we've been talking for a long time about wanting to make wargaming stuff.
yeah.
He's been very, very excited about it.
All right, so the tutor
Did you
set.
put in these? We already put the order in for these?
Yeah, yeah, these are en
Yeah.
route. Painted,
Awesome.
painted, 84, unpainted 55. So should be a real should be a no-brainer buy. Very excited. And then the stone is it's
Yeah,
free.
people
I
are
can't find a note.
excited about the
Oh
price.
wait, that was tutor. Wait, Fieldstone. Oh, 69 painted. Nice, Jay.
Nice.
Yeah. And 42 unpainted. Yeah.
The fact that these are under 100. Oh,
Yeah,
Rabbit
by a
Burger
lot.
just got back and he's like, "Oh,
Hey,
runes,
Rabbit.
awesome."
Yeah, these are for you, Rabbit. Wait, Rabbit, stick around. We got it. We got we got one for a set just for you in this lineup here. The Rabbit special. Well, these are all like this. This is the Rabbit special, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are super. And they once again they play. They play really nicely. If we have extra time, we're not going to have extra time. What time? Yeah, we're not. I say we could combine the buildings with the ruins, and you get like the perfect. Whatever. The idea was if you got all four, if you got the Tudor buildings, the Tudor ruins, the stone buildings, the stone ruins, it would be like you could make a nice war game battlefield with all those like the war torn village would be great coverage on a on like a 3x3. So,
And so these should be hitting in August as well, right?
yeah, I believe it's August.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We put these in a month ago or whatever. These went in with the Underdoom and the ice. Yeah.
we got to make sure that we do a good marketing push for them when they get there too.
Yeah. All right. So then.
You got rid of the fire and the Tudor runes. Oh, people were wondering since there's no fire in the runes packs, are we gonna have a different way for them to be available to get the fire?
I don't know yet. We haven't gone that far.
Okay.
We're I don't know. This is like it's like turning a battleship. You moving slowly. So then, actually, speaking of scattery bits, we have. Let's put this on the thing. Oh boy, that was a test shot that we may never see again. I don't know what happened to it. But
How hard is it to paint the Tudor sets? The Tudor and stone are not very difficult to paint. I think we have tutorials for both of them.
we do.
Yeah.
The stone is the easier of the two, I think.
The stone's super easy. Like the stone only gets tough if you decide that you want to like pick out shades for each individual stone. But
So that we have an Aranthor scatter pack, which is like my kind of dream bucket of rocks. It's six of the base bits, six of these rock clusters, and four of the spiky boys. Boom, 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 boom. So you can do some great scatter. Like these are basically the pieces that the go-to pieces. Every time I pull Aranthor out, I'm always pulling out tons of these, and I never have enough. So I can just get like the scatter chunks. And it is 79 painted, 49 unpainted. Bucket O rocks. All the rocks that you're going to use all the time.
I love how many of these we're getting in here under $100.
Yeah, well, that was one of the directives. It was like
Yeah.
try and make them accessible. These are the rocks you'll use every day. You're not to be confused with like your fancy special rocks, like the dress-up rocks.
People are really excited about this one too.
Bucket of rocks. You're gonna use them all the time.
Oh, they go good in rivers too. That's a good point. Nerd botchery.
Yes.
You can have them like you can have those spikes like coming out of the water.
They go rivers, they go with any wilderness thing. Period. They also work in your caves. If you want to do a build like docks and a seaside thing, you can put a couple of the rocks by the, by your dock and your shore. Like they're just these rocks all the time. Like I never. This guy in particular is like an MVP rock. Also, you know what? This guy has a new cousin.
And the Aaron Thor pack is also on schedule for August.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, so this. I don't know why this is. They're guys versus gals, but this guy. So the I don't have the painted version, but this was the in Wildlands. We have the new. Where are we? I'll put it.
So basically, so far it seems like all of them except for the dungeon packs are coming in August.
Yes, the dungeon was just ordered.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's August. I don't know. We got to confirm from Jay when. And we should find that out for next week, so that we can give people the latest news. This rock in Wildlands was designed to be a companion with, because I use this rock all the time. This one is a companion, so it's got a vertical rod hole, so you can stick whatever. But it's got the same sort of the back. It's got two flat sides, so you can then sort of mix and match. Obviously, this is the unpainted one, so it's hard or whatever. But you can kind of mix and match these guys together to do to help break up your clumps in nice ways. So if you got a bunch of these and you got some Wildlands coming, they're all going to play really nicely together. Similar footprint, but different patterns. This goes on top of this thing. We can do.
So far, the response to all this seems really positive. Some people are saying it's going to really open up our market.
Hopefully,
it gives us a lot more easy ways in for newer people, as well as easy ways to expand.
On ramps, trying to make it easy.
Yeah.
So then, why do I have an ice ball here? All right. So then, what do we have? We've got. I lost the script. We're going off script, Chris.
I gotta make sure to get this on the forums too, because they're gonna be happy about it.
All right, this is a fun. Where did I put it? I don't know if I have all of them here, but this is a fun little guy. We have a treasure. A little treasure pack that's gonna have.
Oh, for like the objective stuff for war games.
3x of each of these. So 3 treasure chests, 3 swords, 3 big treasure piles, 3 small treasure piles. So you have a bunch of stuff to decorate out your treasure hoard. 38 painted, 24 unpainted. So 3, 3, 3, and 3. Lots of little treasure. Also ideal for, if you're doing Frostgrave or something, you want to put loot piles out around and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Fun treasure pack. Say Tor. We're at some point going to do a MacGuffin pack, too, for... What?
Somebody I've never seen in chat before, whose name is Tree Stump the Dwarf, just shouted this. Gold in all caps.
Tree Stump, this is you. This is for you. Look. Woo, gold. Gold with gems. Look at this. And this one, look at this one. Michelle sculpted in this cool little snake skeleton that's hanging in there. It's the real gem. And little treasure chest in there. Plus purple spell book. I mean, you can't go wrong with a purple spell book. You know the good spells are in there. Yeah, it's for you, Tree Stump. All right, so then we got 2 more. What do we have left? 2 more packs.
There's still more.
Yeah, there's 2 more. Well, so this is the, we're calling this the Chuck Special. Ooh, I just felt that on my arm. Holy
The Chuck Special? What about the Rabbit Special?
Oh yeah, we're getting there. Ow.
Okay.
Hey, try moving your left arm. Did you get it on your left or your right? Yeah.
It's great if it doesn't go up halfway. Yep, there it is. It's coming. It's gonna be awful tomorrow. The problem is I sleep on my left side. That's gonna be a problem.
So you have to play Desert Bus all night. That's the
Yeah.
yeah. uh, so
Oh, I need to get you to play Desert Bus. We should have
no,
that.
no, I don't play. I don't have time to play real video games.
We'll do it for
much
charity.
less a joke video game. No.
We'll do it for charity. We'll make it a.
I want to play.
When we do sand tiles, that's what it'll be. If we get 4 million again in KS8, you've either gotta do sand tiles or play Desert Bus.
Oh, we're making sand tiles.
Or like
making
sand tiles. All
yeah,
right.
that's done. That was not a choice.
All right.
So we're doing this is the Chuck special. This was like Chuck suggested ages ago. We're finally getting around to it. So we're gonna have a pack of these cool torch stands. I don't know what the price on them is yet. But for these LED torch stands that you put, put your PC that has the torch on them and use around. I just used them this weekend on did a whole night battle, and I had them lit up in the darkness and the army coming in on them, and it was like a really fun.
That fog of war effect you were doing was great.
Dude, on Vorpal, it was amazing because I used a dado, so I turned it up pretty bright. And because it's using iPhone camera as the phone, so I was doing a pseudo war game. So I went to large scale. So I did a double sized board for my normal build. So it was a 4 foot by 3 foot build, but it was supposed to be 2.5 miles by 2 miles. So it was like super sky view thing as the Hobgoblin army is marching. This has been going on for a year. The Hobgoblin army has been mobilizing. They finally march, and they're choosing how to fight them, and they're setting up the thing. So it was each miniature was representing like 1,000 minis, and the players each player had like over time they'd sort of rally these different factions, so they each got kind of like a faction to run. So like the druid had the wild elves and sprites, and the paladin had the mounted paladin cavalry, and so they each kind of had like one sort of unit, but they were super outnumbered. So all the hobgoblins were. The Hobgoblin army, they each had all these torches, and I blasted the dado spotlight in because it was a night battle. So on Vorpal, you couldn't see because because it's using the iPhone, it adjusts to like the hottest light, so it drops off everything else that's not lit. So you literally cannot see whatever is not in the spotlight. You couldn't see, so they didn't know. They didn't know what was out there. They just knew the army was coming. They could hear the war drums. Then I lit up the torches and started dropping them in. And then they could see torches back at the village where the villagers are trying to run, and there's flankers coming around and the whole thing. So it was like this analog, like you couldn't actually, like literally they couldn't see, like what's out there, I don't know. And then it worked really well. It was a neat, moody sort of night thing. And then if I sometimes I would open up the spot to show them a area or something over here, and then I would snap it back, close again, and just drop the control of their sight. Again, it was really it's a neat effect. It worked really well. They said it was like being in a movie. They're like, this isn't a D&D game. This is like a good book. It's like
Ray Raven says they want to update Red Hand of Doom for 5e.
What's the Red Hand of Doom?
I'm assuming it's an older adventure.
How do I not know?
I guess your story reminded them of.
Well, I should read it.
I haven't heard that.
Is it at first? Is it AD&D?
That's cool. I'm gonna see if I can try that. Yeah. Is the
was...
tile wood on those?
Oh yeah. So the torch stand. I mean, not real
wood,
but yeah, sculpted.
We got sidetracked in the pieces.
Yeah. It's it's wood with some nails.
It's a 3.5. I guess it features Tiamat. It's a 3.5.
Yeah.
Adventure.
What is it called? The Red Right Hand?
Red Hand of Doom.
Red Hand of Doom. That sounds fantastic. That's right up my alley. So 4 of these guys in a pack, which is I think it's like 25 or something, or I don't know. 24, 25, 28, 21. Somewhere less than 30, more than 20.
Do you build those in line with tiles or?
No, they're so it's you put your if you're a guy, if this is your lead PC happens to be a lizard, you put your mini on the torch stand, and then you move around so you know where the light source is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're torch stands for your characters. And then also I'll use them in builds, particularly like castle builds or whatever. You can put them behind the battlements or popping up between the battlements. They look really neat. Or you can do them in a city thing, wherever, and you can stack some stuff around the you can stuff around them, or put two of them together as like a I've used them as a little stage in Tavern before. Like you take two. How do you do that?
I didn't know we have those. That's a cool.
Well,
effect.
that's the problem is people don't know we have them, so we're making it. Right, you can put two of them together and make like a little stage. The bard is up here singing. Boldly brove the robins up from Camelot. He's doing this little thing. There's lots
That's
of
cute.
yeah. They're awesome little thing, and they're lost in a they were a stretch goal in the city's Kickstarter. They're in one LED set, but otherwise generally lost. But they'll be a nice little pack that you can pick up because they're useful, and they're also just cool freestanding way to pop some torchlight somewhere. So yeah, that's a pack. And then the last one we got, this is the rabbit special. Is Rabbit still awake?
He said he was gonna try to stay awake.
Okay.
So here we go. Let's see the rabbit special.
Yeah. Red Hand of Doom. Huh?
Yep, he's here.
All right. So this is. Wow.
Some kind of castle scatter pack, I swear. Oh.
Castle scatter pack. It's the small. Who said the castle scatter pack?
I did.
You
that
were
was
guessing.
Just me thinking out loud.
Oh yeah.
Oh, people are excited.
So this is the small watchtower. So this is, go from the bottom. So it's half solid, quarter solid, door wall, stairs, batter bases, and steps. I regret it. I really regret. We should have put the fourth batter base. It's got 3 batter bases in, so you can't seal the whole bottom. But it was so you could get in with the door. But we should have put in 4 intersect. But we were trying to keep the price down and minimizing it. And I guess if you built it in line, you wouldn't need it. And like fundamentally, if you're using it as is, you don't need the 4. Like generally, you're using 3 batter bases. But I don't know. It is. Then the next level up is all solid with stairs, 2 half solids, and on the floor. And then we have a layer that's all battlements. There will be a ladder here, which I do not have. And then that brings us up to the roof, which has the trapdoor. Where is it? Trapdoor floor. Which I kicked out there. The big, the matriculated battlements, but for the small tower, which is hard to get. See, Rabbit doesn't have these. This is why it's for him. First of all, the small tower we didn't have. It's hard to get. Like there's not many small tower sets left. Plus the battlements are hard to get. Plus it's got an arbalist, which also has a base, so you can pop that off, and bucket arrows and a flag. Although maybe we got rid of the flag. I can't remember. Hang on. I should make sure I have. This is all the stuff that's in it before I. Maybe we got rid of the flag. Nope, we have the flag. Without a trapdoor. We got rid of the.
They didn't get a flag?
We kept the flag, but we got rid of the arbalist. I don't understand that. Oh, I think it was in something weird. There was a weird pack, but it does have a ladder. Short stairs, lattice door, flags, here, wooden post stand. Wait a second. There's 2 floor stands? Well, you end up with 2 pole stands, so you got that. We have that going for us. Huh. Well, yeah, no arbalist. I take it back. But so cool way to finally get some small tower pieces, and the battlements, which were hard to get, and I don't know how we did the price. It's amazing. Unpainted, it's 118. Painted, it's 173. So it's cheaper than the buildings, and it's castle. So that's for Rabbit needs a couple of these.
Let's see. Are the little battlement inserts the same size on large and small?
For here? For the shutters?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, so you could put your... And originally it had shutters and whatever, but it just was driving the price up too much, so we stripped it all out.
Is this one also set for August?
Yes, this is en route. So this, you can put your shutters in there. Or you can put your bucket of oil. Whoop. If you want to dump some oil on people. Yeah.
Question: can we get the same for 6-inch towers?
We have the watchtower, which is the large watchtower. This is the small watchtower. I don't know if it's in stock right now, but
Probably
that was
not.
yeah.
The stock for castles right now is kind of weird.
It's a bunch of specific stuff and not as much general stuff. That's the problem.
Yeah, we really ought to take a look at it. And I know people have been looking for batter bases. Some more of the 4-inch and 6-inch walls.
Oh, and this you can use as an objective, like if you're doing some wargaming or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
So when these sell out in 10 minutes, will y'all be? If any of these sell out, like
we'll instantly order more. Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll be like, okay, cool, because we're ordering a fair amount of each of these. We're planning on these being things that we keep in stock, like regularly.
Hopefully.
All of these sets are things that we want to always have in store because we think that they're very good on ramps. So we want them to be constantly selling, but still stay in stock, you know?
But if we sell out a 6-month supply in 6 days, we might have a hard time keeping it in stock. Where's that?
Yeah.
There?
The only problem is that, like if we sell it right away, it takes time for us to get a restock in. They've got to be put through production and then shipped over and all that.
Thing. But that's that is what we'll endeavor. So do people have any questions on all these restock sets? I think I hit everything.
Confirmation on the prices again?
Oh boy.
For this one?
Oh, this one is painted 173, unpainted 118.
Cool. People are asking about May's build of the month. Let's see if there's any other questions about these.
May's build of the month price or the build?
Which are in August. Everything except for the dungeon packs is in August, or in the way that we expect to be in August. Basically, all of these have been put in for order already, except for the dungeons.
Yes, and I think I could be wrong. I think Underdoom and Ice might have even gone in sooner, but I don't know. We'll have to find out for next.
I remember hearing about Underdoom and Ice before the rest of this stuff.
I think they went in the January order, and then these went in the February or March order, and then Dungeon. I don't know. We'll find out for next week what the exact timeline is. But everything is moving, and we'll and you'll hear all about it when they're ready to land. And before then.
Any idea when Wildlands will be available in the store? Near the end of the year, most likely. We're not sure entirely when yet. After it's shipped to the people who back the Kickstarter.
Correct.
So we'll know better as we get closer to it.
Yeah. But we're going to follow the same MO we always do, is we ship all the stuff to our backers, and then we put it on the web store. Because it's not fair to offer it to the general public for sale until you've gotten your stuff. I've seen some companies have done that, which seems just doesn't seem right. They sell the Kickstarter thing before the people that back the Kickstarter got their thing, which is weird. Because you wouldn't have the thing without all the people that back the Kickstarter. Like, you can't, it's not right. Not right. What else?
There's something else here. Yeah, there are a couple other questions about it. Oh God.
The darkness is setting in.
I swallowed my uvula there or something. Question: I presume these won't come with bonus battlements with CBS and Castle Paint?
No. Everything will be the correct paint first time through. Yeah, that bonus.
Yeah, because these are a new order.
Bonus battlements is that's the deal in the century.
Bonus Battlements is a great band name. Question: what about the second giveaway?
Would people want a bunch of unpainted passages? I'll do this. Don't tempt me.
If you genuinely want to do, are we doing another giveaway? Everybody's saying yes. If you're asking people on the internet if they want something for free, why would anybody say anything other than yes?
Alright, well, this is what we got. Wow, this is absurd. Alright.
How big is the box of passages? That's a good point. adopt as a free kitten. Dude, that's the example that I told Nate a while ago. Was one of my friends was like, should I adopt a kitten and like put a yes/no poll up? I'm like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, you're asking people if you should get a kitten that they can see pictures of and don't have to take care of. I'm like, all anybody's gonna do is say yes, do it. Like,
bucket of unpainted, big bucket of unpainted passages. It's like, it's a lot.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, it's outrageous. It's probably gonna cost like $30 to ship it.
Why do you have all these?
I don't know. This is my job.
I know it's a job, but like, so then why are you able to give them away? All right.
Because, well,
yeah. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just unpainted.
They're unpainted. Well, yeah. They're slightly. Ooh, I've got the narrows in here
too. A lot of people are saying that that they don't mind paying the shipping if they get it.
We've got these ones are great. These passages are fantastic. The one piece straight ones I absolutely love. The bevel. Some of the bevels don't line up. There's a variety of these beveled things to do corners and things or whatever, and some of them, I don't know, some of the angles are slightly off, and they're a little frustrating to work with sometimes. What?
Commerce Demon and Goobertown both aren't sure if what's happening is real or not.
There's a couple of these, like double.
Nate, we have to be clear. Are we genuinely giving this away right now?
Yes, we are. We're absolutely giving this away right now. I'm running out of space in here. I need to. There's these things that are like. The best part is they're not available on the web store too. So it's like limited edition.
All right.
Oh, there's a couple of plain. Look at this. There's some plain dungeon. A couple plain dungeon walls in here.
You don't even know what's in the box.
No, I do. It's unpainted. Oh, there's a couple of unpainted dungeons. Oh, yeah. All right. So, there's a couple of doors too. There's a couple of plain doors. Yeah, it's a lot of good KS1 unpainted dungeon stuff. So big old box.
All right.
All right. So let's
What's the word? What are we doing? Also, is this just U.S.? This is just U.S., yeah?
Just U.S. You have to be within
it'd be a lot of shipping otherwise.
5 miles of Queens. No, it's just the U.S. And
it's got to be within driving distance.
Yeah, you have to come pick it up.
Yeah, international shipping would actually be a lot with this box.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be outrageous. The box is like it's heavy. It's a big boy, and it's in a cobalt keep cardboard box.
All right.
I can't even get on. Yeah, big old box.
You get the box. And you know what?
You get the box for free.
The box.
Yeah.
Yeah. The box is completely covered. If you've got a cat, man.
Maybe we should make this. This is gonna be a give away random stuff in Nate's basement each week. There's other
Nate, we've
once
been
a month.
doing that.
Oh yeah.
Like 3 weeks ago, you gave away a mutilated LED lantern post.
Art. That wasn't mutilated. That was art. That was modified. That was the thing. All right, so let's do a giveaway. The code word is vaccine.
Because that's responsible for us doing it. Oh wait, that one does not count. I clicked the wrong button. That was from an old thing.
Oh.
Do not take that. Okay. Don't type in the word yet.
Do take the vaccine.
Word now.
Okay.
Now the giveaway is active. Now the giveaway is active.
Vaccine.
If you typed it before you heard me say this, type it again just to be safe, because some of you were typing it before it was in.
They should have to show their vaccine card to win.
You've got to be vaccinated.
Yeah. It's the vaccination card. Do your part for.
There's definitely some international people entering this.
You have to be domestic.
Shipping.
How did that even work though? That's too much. Like, it's gotta be domestic, unfortunately.
It's gotta be domestic.
Sorry, Rabbit. So we'll send you something else, Rabbit. Yeah, bucket-o unpainted passages. But here's the price for whoever wins. I want to see a picture of some of the stuff painted.
Everyone who would early have to wait. Oh. I think if you type a sentence that has vaccine in it, it'll still enter you in the giveaway. You just have to have the word vaccine like actually written. So if it's not letting you, if it's doing the thing where it's like, oh, you just sent that message, try just saying like something and then vaccine, and it should count.
Yeah, big bucket of pieces. This is great. All right, who's got the vaccine?
Who's got the juice? All right, I'll give it a few more seconds.
Yeah. This is the bonus. This is the bonus prize for sticking around to the end.
It's fair.
Also for remembering it, because I'd forgotten those.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, when you imply that they might be able to get free stuff, they're not gonna forget.
Yeah. Well, it's a big box too. It's a good one. Did I ever mention that I enjoy giving stuff away?
Was that?
Like, did I ever mention?
No, you really do. Remember when we first started this channel, we were doing like 3 giveaways a night for a while.
Yeah, Jay was like, "You guys gotta pump the brakes a little bit here."
That first Critical Role rebuild, we did like 4 giveaways.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
To be fair, that was a really big stream. Well, I guess it was our second.
I described
the Ziggurat stream.
Our mission. That was fun. Our mission when we do conventions, I was like, I want our booth to feel like a reverse pirate ship, where we're throwing booty at you. Like you want to give
pirate ship.
Yeah.
So you want it to feel like a pirated ship, basically.
No.
You want it to feel like a merchant ship that is being hit by pirates.
No, we're like shooting treasure at people.
Oh, so like the T-shirt cannons at a basketball game, except we're shooting Dwarvenite.
Yeah,
which would actually cause injury if we did that.
Because we have coins and we have stickers with secret, because you're not supposed to have stickers at conventions, but some people have stickers and miniatures.
You're not supposed to have stickers at conventions?
No, they fine you a whole bunch because the convention centers hate it, because when you give out stickers, people end up sticking them on
littered
stuff, and then they get pissed at you. So if they find a sticker that has your logo on it, they fine you like a whole bunch of money. Whatever. So we want to have like little pouches of stuff so that if someone comes up and is like, hey, and they're like, they're one of the inner circle, and you start reverse pirating. You just like, I guess it's Robin Hood. But yeah.
Robin Hooding is a good term for it. Yeah.
So we didn't steal it from it, we made it, but it's anyway. Let's do this giveaway. Vaccine.
Let's roll it. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Vaccine. Go. Who's the lucky winner?
Yak666.
Woo!
Yak666 has won just a big box of pieces.
Big box of pieces.
Big box of unpainted messages.
Woo! I'm gonna take my entrance.
Oh man.
All right. So.
Yo, Yak has been here a long time. I think Yak's also on the forums. Yak is pretty active.
So, active. Yak, you need to. Just post up a picture when you painted some of these. I'm gonna see that they have a good home.
I'm genuinely curious, like what the actual like retail value of all those pieces is.
Oh, it's
a big box.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Hard to. It's unpainted. I don't know the value of unpainted things, but it's probably 20 or 10 between 10 and 20 sets or something. $500.
Anything else you don't want, Nate?
Yeah. Well, once a month. Maybe we'll do the spring cleaning and
once a month.
Yeah, stick around. But you never know when
we just do that. We just do that during the spring every year. Is like we just start giving away a bunch of random stuff for spring cleaning.
There's things I could. Anyway, well that's a good way to go out. Yak666.
Oh,
gets it.
Right, things we got coming up.
They are domestic, right? They're.
Yeah, you are domestic, correct? I'm pretty sure. I need you to confirm that you live in the States, because I don't think we can do $500 of shipping to send us overseas.
No. So tomorrow night.
Jay would slaughter us.
Yeah, tomorrow night hobby hang.
So tomorrow night hobby hang. Also, tomorrow afternoon, that'll go like halfway through the hobby hang. I'm playing Pathfinder on the Band of Badgers channel.
It's gonna be awesome.
First time playing Pathfinder 2, which is exciting.
You should get them to raid the hobby hang after the stream.
They always do. That's the thing. Like their streams always get done like an hour into the hobby hang, and they always raid us.
Perfect. So that's tomorrow. Tuesday, building of the month with some Hellscape.
Building of the month comes out. Also, there were some questions about it. I want to answer them real quick. Tuesday's build of the month is called Red Rot Ruin.
Yep.
It's using some dungeon ruins and a starter dungeon mixed with like burrow accessories pack and some like is it acid terrain trays or swampy terrain trays?
It's
It's
It
like
was the swamp
it's like
water. The swamp.
yeah,
It was the cave water terrain trays, and the deadly plants pack.
yeah.
So
The plants
it's fun.
from Plaguestone.
It's a fun build.
It's exciting. It's gonna be another. It's available painted and unpainted. It's gonna be another first for us, kind of, in terms of we're providing like some extra stuff
Some
outside of
stats. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a neat. Oh, it's got ledges too. It's a neat pack if you've got a bunch of dungeon stuff, but you don't have like the ruined dungeons or the dungeon ledges or the other plants. It's like a bunch of great stuff to add to your dungeon collection if you already have a dungeon collection. So it comes out Tuesday, and we'll be streaming the next one that afternoon, building the next one, which will be fun.
Awesome. Yeah, and then next Wednesdays on the Anvil, we're planning to go over the store relaunch because
Oh yeah,
if nothing changes, we're gonna have a shiny new storefront,
and we'll look
and
at
we'll be going over all of that stuff.
and whatever's new on Wildlands we'll be looking at, and I don't know what else. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll have some stuff, and awesome.
yeah.
Thank you guys. This has been a pretty wild night.
Could have been crazier too. We could have like dropped into a strange fever dream and started giving away the farm.
Well, we got through all the reconfigurations, and I'm feeling really confident about them. It seems like people are excited about them. Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
good
almost
stuff.
done. You
Good
can hear
stuff.
me? What?
What's up?
I don't know. I'm getting a secret message from my wife. There's a leak? Oh man. Okay, so we gotta wrap
What?
it up because there's a
Oh,
leak
yeah,
up. There's a. She was like making it like it was like a fun, like a whimsical elf coming down to deliver whimsy. It's like there's like a horrible water leak or something. I gotta go. All right, thank you everybody. Have a wonderful night. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be wonderful and kind and compassionate and awesome to each other. And we'll see you next week and tomorrow and whatnot. Bye. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong. Wait, how do I stop?